Giving it all we got, giving it all we can, giving it all we got. Oh, climbing up to the top of the world, no fear, we're gonna make it. Everything we want is ours. Whoa.
Hey guys, how you doing? How you doing? Uncle Craig here, out and about in the Phitsanulok, Pits province, whatever we want to call it. And we thought we would stop by this. We saw it on Google Maps. It's a big, giant reservoir project. You can see it right here. It's probably, I don't know. We drove actually all the way around. It's pretty big. It took us, it took us a few minutes to get all the way around here. This part right here is like it's like an eye that goes out in the lake. I'm gonna send my drone up so we can take a look at it. But we actually had to come over here to go to the hospital, change the document at the big hospital. Only took about an hour, got that done. And seeing how we're over here, we thought actually my wife saw this and she's like, hey, let's go check it out. It's a pretty big project and it's ongoing. I mean, the development around the outside, they probably, filled it up with water years ago, but I did see one sign, look, it said about 4.5 or 4.6 million liters of water in here or something. But there were some no fishing signs, but we do see guys on the motorcycles out on the sides doing some fishing. I don't know how many fish are in here, but there's probably fish in here because water fills in, right, from the flooding, and that anytime you have that, you're probably going to get other things in there. But it's pretty cool. This place here, this little island, it's quite raised up well above the water level. Looks like there's a paved walkway down there. All along there, it's all dirt all the way around there, 2 levels of dirt road basically. And actually, I think we went right over there in that middle already. We drove up into that. That's another developed area. They're putting some gardening, like for trees and stuff like that over there. You can see palm trees around. They're really beautiful. It looks like that one over there is just, there's no access to it unless you're by a boat. But it's definitely cool. We're the only people here right now. There might be a couple of construction guys. Looks like there was a little group of maybe university students over there. They're weighing some rocks or gravel or something. I don't know if they're doing a survey of some kind. But I love these flame trees, man. And those of you who are from Saipan, it's flame trees, man. That's what life's all about. And yeah, I wanted to actually plant flame trees on the farm, like maybe flame trees both sides of the road all the way going in, but I'd have to have them, closer to that size, maybe a little smaller, put in there, because if I plant them now, I'll probably be dead before I get to see all the big orange flames. But yeah, it's pretty cool out here. Obviously, they're going to develop this into a really nice place to come. I don't think they'll have water activities on there though. They might have some boats, but they probably don't want to have, you know, if this is water that's being used to pump to houses, then they probably don't want boats and stuff out there because of fuel and all that. Even though houses would tend to have filtered water, you know, at the house level, but many farmhouses and stuff wouldn't. They would just take the water that's provided in the tap and they would boil it or something. But with, you know, fuel and stuff in there, probably not good. But yeah, they have restroom facilities here, and then we passed a brand new one over on the other side too. It's pretty cool, man. I like it. I like it a lot. Hey, what's up, man? What are you doing? What are you doing? Where you going? Yeah. He had to come. He's like, I'm coming. I'm going with you guys. All right. And see, he likes it because I know he's running around because he feels like there's no threat, you know. Not only is there no people, but he probably would sense if there was another dog or something. But he's cool. All right, well, hey, man. Let me get that drone up. We'll take a look at it from the sky. Wow, so that drone action is pretty cool. All of a sudden I wasn't up there too long, and all of a sudden the wind picked up, and I was like, why is it getting windy? And I looked, and sure enough, you know, behind me, the massive rain cloud. I can see it's raining over there already. So, had to kill the drone, man. It's moving fast. I felt a couple drops. So, but yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, I like flying my drone around here. It's wide open, you can see a lot of stuff. It helps me also get used to the kind of the spatial awareness of where my drone is, how far it is away from me, how high it is when I'm looking at it. That's when I actually first saw the rain clouds. I was starting to raise up because I wanted to go over the top of that flame tree and look at it, and then I looked up and I was like, oh damn, there's a big old rain cloud right there. And as much as it thunders and lightnings around here, I'm gonna have to Google, see if somebody's drone got hit by lightning. Anyway, it was pretty cool. Now we're gonna head home, but we're gonna stop at another village over here. Maybe take a look at stuff. All right, man. We'll get back at you. Whew. Well, we are back from our day excursion, and of course wouldn't be complete without having to stop on roadside vendors and buy a bunch of stuff. So we got a couple of big old plumeria trees. Where they're gonna go, I don't know. I think my wife wants to put them in the garden. And then we bought some extra more pots. And this is a disassembled swing bench. You've probably seen a lot of those. It's not the monster one, but pretty good. It rained on us. It's raining again. I'm gonna hurry and unload this. So let me get back at you. Well, offloaded it is and reassembled the bench anyway. I think my wife is already putting trees in place before it downpours. Here, check it out. Boom. Pretty cool, huh? New addition. Cat back there checking it out. But yeah, it's got the swing going. got a few scrapes on it, but you know, that's what I had to do when I took it out myself. Got a little shelf here where I set my drink on both sides. Pretty simple, just a cutout with a bolt through it, some old wood, and then saying this is a long bolt. I'm probably gonna have to replace that, or I'll cut it off. But it goes, it's deep inset into the hole, probably about right there. I got some in the back, but anyway, they just have a block here to extend this away from this, because it's, you know, it's not straight, right? But it's how they make them, man. This one in particular was sitting outside their shop there in the front for a long time, probably. I could tell because the lacquer's worn off here. I'm gonna sand this good because I made these marks on it when I took it out apart and stuff, and re-lacquer it. Same with that, make it all look pretty cool, huh? Anyway, these we got more pots to piss in there. These were 3 for, what's that, 3 for 100 baht. So basically $1 each, a little less than $1. That's from the plant itself. Let's see what my wife's up to. Oh man, planted these 2 plumeria trees right here in the front. They're gonna be, you know, they're gonna be as big as these trees, I imagine, one day. Maybe not in my lifetime, but here's the one. Pretty good. This will be white flowers. There were white flowers on here, but in the train, or in the truck on the way over, they you know, the wind blew them off. Red ones hold up. This was a little smaller, but it's still a good thick stalk, so I'm sure it'll hold up, these 2 trees. And we got this one. What's this called, honey? Loom. She forgets. But here, very nice. It's gonna be, it's got a thick stalk too, so it'll be growing probably pretty quick. This area right here is gonna be, you know, 10 years from now, whatever, if everything stays growing, it's gonna be pretty flush with trees, man. We've got 3 different trees right here, and then those 2 right there. The Kratom is not really a big tree, but got 3 trees right here. That's all the Kai, and the plumeria now. And this one, we got a whole bunch of banana trees here where the cat is. Oh yeah. So the end of a long day. I basically have been driving all day, other than, you know, getting out to do that drone shot from the reservoir out there. And then we went up to Pizza Big, that place up in Wang Thong by the waterfalls. A really great pizza place. They've changed their sign. I forgot to take a picture of it, but they had a big sign before. It was Pizza Big and from Pattaya for 30 years or something like that. But now it's all same thing, but it's all in Thai, and it's much bigger. Nothing English. So speaking of plants, you know, when we bought these, I bought 3 of them, I think, and soon, you know, within a couple months they started to crunch up. And, you know, it was really weird how they start to suck up, crunch up, and get ugly looking. You know, I'm like, what is nutrition? What? I transplanted, got more dirt and transplanted them into a bigger thing, and still didn't do it. But then within the last 3 weeks, probably, boom, the whole bottom has bloomed up into really nice looking leaves on all of them. So I'm real happy about that, because I was disappointed in the fact that they, you know, I think they were expensive too, but that they turned really shrinking and ugly. I even looked on the internet, why do they do that? And couldn't find anything. But you know, usually I'm gonna attribute that kind of stuff to, you know, nutrition or something, but didn't really change the nutrition. Changed the soil, but that was months and months ago. And just only now, after a couple of rains, you know, maybe it's natural water or something, I don't know. But, something jumping up at me. But I did fix my trap. If you're watching the other video, there's something broke out of it. And, is there water in there? Oh, not much water. But I put it in there last night, about the same time, so let's take a look at it. See if it's got something in there. All right, all right. I got my good clothes on. I probably shouldn't do that. Nothing. Whoa. When I put it in there, I try to set the back lower in the water than the front, so that there's more, you know, water. If the water level gets lower, at least there's more water in the back end where whatever would be caught would be. So maybe we can live longer or something. Whew. Yeah. Well, that's right. You know what I wanted to check on was my polywogs. For those of you in the east, that might be tadpoles. I don't know. But chances are birds probably picked them all out of there. And they're sitting ducks in here. But let's check it out, man. Anybody left? Yeah, they're there. I don't know if you can see them. It's dark out right now. But there's a couple. There's some in there. So if they're in there, they're a little bigger. I don't think they have their legs yet. But maybe later. It was a warm one today too, man. Warm. Well, I should say hot, but you know. And there goes my wife. I don't know where she's going. Oh, I know what she's doing. Well, maybe I know what she's doing. She might be planting something at the front. She planted a bunch of those, a few more of those big yellow trees, yellow bushes, I mean. Not the yellow tree, the national tree, but the yellow flowering bushes. But I had to go show her not to put them, you know, up against where the gate area is, because you know I'm making new gate, right? It's got to slide open, so I got to have that whole space on that side of, you know, a slide, enough of a slide space. Can't run it. Don't want to run into a tree, you know. So she has to plant her stuff down farther. I mean, push comes to shove, even if I didn't notice that, I was just, fair enough, I'm gonna get on the gate pretty quick, so because they would have been newly planted, I just tear it up, replant it somewhere. Give her a reason to say, what the? You're doing my plant, man. I just put some more water in the outdoor tank that I use to wash my stuff with. Better turn this light off. And I also thought of something, you know, we're driving by all them roadside vendors, you know, they make these tables like this and stuff. And I've been wanting the chessboard, you know, or the checkerboard, the game board table. And I used to see them all the time out there, but now I don't see them. And then I thought, wait a minute, you know what? I can just go ahead and do it myself right here. I just carve out my, not carve out, but draw out my board. And then I could just stain it or draw it myself. Repaint it. And I'd have one. I could use my cement saw and cut it out and cut little squares and put, you know, different squares of tile in there. Maybe I'll try that. But in any case, yeah, I can make that one into a chessboard. Well, man, thanks for spending the day with me. And if you like that kind of stuff and you haven't subscribed to this channel, then subscribe, man. Make it happen. You know, you might be surprised all of a sudden see the video of a lifetime. You'd be like, what? Oh my God, did you see that dude? Why is my truck not doing that? Hope I don't run over my cats. Gotta park it under the carport. All right, Dan. Thanks for watching. Keep watching. And I'll get back at you.